You seem to have survived your visit to the Red Exiles camp. Did you find my brother? Interesting. I never suspected that the outcasts were disciplined enough to keep records such as this. Oh no. I can't believe my brother would be so... brazen. It means that Chodala really has changed. With his newfound powers and rising ambitions, I fear what he plans for the tribes. I suppose you have a right to know what I'm talking about. Take this. I found it among my brother's possessions. Chodala discovered new power out in the wilderness, and it changed his view of the world. He writes about it in that document. Now he believes he's a Nerevarine, and incites the tribes while I tried to keep them all from doing anything rash. You don't know? I thought... No, you're not an Ashlander, and the House Elves rarely talk about such things. Long ago, there was a hero named Nerevar. He fought alongside the Tribunal, before they claimed to be gods, until they betrayed him. So our legends say, Nerevar united the Kaima and forged an alliance with the Dwemer. He died at the Battle of Red Mountain. We believe the Tribunal hastened his demise, despite Vivec's claims to the contrary. The Nerevarine is a promise and a prophecy. We believe that, through the power of Azura, Nerevar will return to unite all Dunmer, House and Ashlander alike, and make Morrowind great again. The returned Nerevar will be known as the Nerevarine. While the prophecy of the Nerevarine can be interpreted as the end of the Tribunal, I have always seen it as a prediction of hope and peace. Chodala and some Ashlanders, such as the Red Exiles, favor war. That's not the Nerevarine I believe in. He uses an Ashkon's words to plant dark ideas in his followers. Ideas that speak of false gods, lost traditions, and the need for a cleansing war. His words become more forceful every day, but I hope to dissuade him from this violent course. All I know is that his new power frightens me. Chodala returned from a sojourn in the wilderness more vibrant, more commanding. He's always been strong, but now he's fearless, practically invincible, and swifter than the fastest Ashlander scout. Chodala says his new abilities strengthen his claim as the Nerevarine. I think it's the staff he carries. He had it when he returned, and now it's always at his side. I know it's unreasonable, but I hate that staff. He calls it Sunara.
warned, Outlander. Weakness has no home in the Erebin Imson.
Disturbing an Ashlander at prayer is unwise, Outlander.
Bow your head, Outlander. You may not see the dead, but the dead see you, as do I.
Help! Someone, please help! Please help. You must help. Bandits. They attacked my father's wagon on the roads to Suran. They're stealing everything we own. My father's a proud Mer. They may kill him. You have to help us.
Oh, those damned ruffians. If the Scarlet Judge hadn't arrived, I fear those bandits would have been the end of me. I appreciate your efforts as well. Thank you, Strange.
Keep your weapons sheathed, citizen. The situation is well in hand, I assure you. Bandits. I commend you for springing to this mayor's defense, but you should be cautious. I'm investigating some irregularities in Suran's justice system. I fear the town's lead constable, Marshal Hularan, may be arresting people without cause. You did answer the call of a citizen in peril. Very well. I need evidence, testimony. Many of the Marshal's prisoners are toiling on plantations outside Suran. Talk to them. Gather some proof of Hularan's corruption. Then meet me at Ula's Manor. The plantations are crawling with Ironhound mercenaries. I'll draw them away as best I can, but do hurry. They won't leave their posts for long. Ah, you must be a recent arrival. I am called the Scarlet Judge, vanquisher of evil and guardian of the oppressed. I am this island's protector, bound by oath to avenge injustice and safeguard the helpless. No, my oath is of a personal nature. I revere the three, but my relationship with the rulers of Vardenfell is complex. Ordinators are bound by restrictive temple law. It makes them slow to action, clumsy. I have no such restrictions. I've been called savior and menace, hero and villain. If you'd call me a vigilante, then so be it. My only concern is the lives and welfare of those I protect. Wherever Vardenfell's laws cannot or will not act against injustice, there you will find me. Cold-hearted mercenaries. Swords for hire without virtue or scruple. They serve the plantation owners, and I suspect Marshal Hularan. The Ironhounds will hurt anyone for the right price. The plantation owners pay them very well. Other than the fact that she's in charge of the constabulary. This is a Redoran city. House Redoran demands certainty in all things. Hularan's deputies won't sanction an arrest unless there is overwhelming evidence. We have no proof, only suspicion. Yes. Precisely. House Redoran does not suffer this kind of misconduct lightly. Once we prove Hularan's crimes, the House will turn against her.
does not seem to stop me.
Please, I'm working as fast as I can. I can't work if you hurt me. Isn't it obvious? We're being worked to death. I won't say more while Overseer Torvain is watching. I can't say more. If you want answers, you'll have to deal with him first.
You think... Stand, slave! Don't you have more to say? Another lazy slave, I'll kill you too! I'll beat you to a pulp! Join my other rebellious slaves! Die!
Did you just... is Overseer Torvain really dead? Prisoner? Slave, more like... I swear I don't belong here. That Marshal, Hilarin. She says I murdered a beggar the day I arrived in Surin. I can't even bring myself to kill a fly, let alone a person. There's got to be some mistake. Master Kark's building a new prison in Suron, but it isn't finished yet. In the meantime, they make us work out here in the fields. Lauren visits Kark's house twice a week. Maybe you can find something there. You have to get me out of here.
I saw you strike down Overseer Torvain. Well fought, friend. If ever an elf had it coming, it was Torvain. I was taking a deposit to the bank. A week's worth of coin, fairly earned. Marshal Hlaarin accosted me and seized it. Accused me of stealing from some farmer outside town. The farmer's dead, of course, but who needs witnesses when an orc's to blame? Maybe. These damn dark elves think I'm nothing but an animal. Some don't even think I can speak. Makes them careless around me. Mistress Dren's been shouting about the quality of her laborers. You might find something of value in her manner.
Well, I'll be a skeever's drunk auntie. Did you really cut down Overseer Torvain? Certainly won't miss that horse's arse. Falsely? Guess that's a matter of perspective. I punched a dark elf. But I promise you, that wormy little snowback had it coming. I'd punch him again if I got the opportunity. Well, maybe that someone was Master Arano. And maybe the punch broke his jaw in 3 places. But that's what he gets for asking me to service his gods. Lauren told me I can shorten my sentence by working here. You telling me different? Sure's blood. I knew that elf was skeeving me out. Oh, when I get my hands on her.
can't remember her name. The pretty one.
Ah, true to your word. I knew I could trust you. I led the Iron Hounds on a merry chase, but I doubt they'll stay scattered for long. What of your search? Did you find any evidence of Halaran's corruption? I see my faith in you was not misplaced. We will discuss your evidence and more, but not in this hall. You trusted me and helped me gather the evidence I needed. Now, I shall trust you with a secret I have carried for years. Come. My mentor used her wealth to better others, not herself. Having inherited her manor, I now do the same. This evidence proves Halaran's guilt, but there's no telling how deep the corruption goes. There's only one person I trust with this information, Constable Gretgar. I fear I must ask more of you. My observations of Halaran suggest paranoia bordering on obsession. If she suspects that anyone is moving against her, she'll no doubt summon her Iron Hounds. If a melee breaks out in Suran, innocents will suffer. That's something I can't abide. If Constable Gretgar's going to arrest the Marshal without a fight, we'll have to distract her mercenaries. I'll deal with the constables. You raid the Iron Hound camp in the Daedric ruins outside Suran. Burn their weapons and destroy their supplies.
arms! We're under attack!
That's the last mistake you'll ever make. Damn saboteur! Until we clean up this mess! Not you too. This is ridiculous.
I'm sorry,
You there!
Tamra,
You've
but
been
my wife
selected
insists
for
we
a
try
random
real
search! Come here at once! There goes another client who's known me for years. Not a proper mage, they say. Rubbish! By Vec, if I get my hands on that fetcher from Somerset, I'll wring his scrawny golden neck. Just watching my business fall into ruin. People used to rely on me to heal their children and mend their injuries, but now it's all Menaldinian this and Menaldinian that. Damned guild lackey. He's even pinning up signs to slander my work. The Cretan's saying I'm not a mage, but I am. I just happen to love alchemy. He must think there's a lot of coin to be made here. The fool. If I get my hands on him, I'll... Sorry. Dark elf temper. It's just that this business is my life.
Thank you for helping me, Sarah. Honestly, it means a lot. The rascal's name is Menel Dinion. You'll find him sliming around that new shop of his, the Gauche High Elf Clinic just south of here. I thought a fellow mage would have more respect. Oh, he started out all sweetness, invited me to tea, asked about my business, even brought a copy of my latest book, Tea and Tisane for Aches and Pains. I can't believe I fell for his act. I doubt it. But my mother taught me I should always give people a chance to make amends. It helps ease the conscience after we wreak our revenge. My mother was a very colorful woman. What? Healers aren't permitted to deal out a bit of payback every now and then? I'm a dark elf. Grim talk is the official language of Morrowind, and vengeance is the national pastime. A shame, though. He is really quite handsome for an old man. I am. Quite highly ranked, too. Surprised? Not every Telvanni mage hides away in a mushroom. Many of us enjoy the company of our neighbors, until they start abandoning us for some insufferable mages guild peacock. Alchemy teaches us the hidden potential of everyday things, turning the ordinary into the extraordinary. People step over miracles all the time. Mushrooms that can ease a cough or grasses that can mend a wound. Alchemy finds power in the mundane. Follow me quietly, away from the gates. We have a judge in common. This'll do. Just keep your voice down. Sorry about this cloak and dagger nonsense. I can't be seen talking to anyone even remotely suspicious right now. Marshal Hlaren's watching me like a hawk. She's on the lookout for anyone who might be colluding with the Scarlet Judge. I'm a friend of House Redoran, but that'll only get you so far in this town, especially with Hlaren's Iron Hounds prowling around. But look, we've got bigger problems. There was an ambush. Somehow Marshal Hlaren found out the Scarlet Judge was coming. Must have been one of the plantation owners. Damn their eyes! I wasn't fast enough. They've jailed him. And if I know Hlaren, they plan to do much worse. Hlaren needs him to recant his accusations, publicly. Probably got one of her hounds working him over right now, trying to squeeze out a confession. The judge will hold out as long as he can, but everyone breaks eventually. We've got to get him out. I'd let you into the prison myself, but Hlaren doesn't trust me with the keys. I've got the respect of her constables and the house, but my hands aren't dirty enough for her. You're going to have to find the key. Constable Kren will snatch up a bribe without batting an eye. If you're short on coin, try convincing Soren's locksmith Remas to cut you a deal. Or you could talk to Dredini down at Desoles. She might know something. Just be discreet, all right? Oh, the judge and I go way back. The two of us, along with the former marshal, kept this town safe for decades. But when the marshal died and Hlaren took over, well, everything sort of fell apart. Ha! Is that what we're calling him now? It wasn't too long ago slavery was legal in Morrowind. Buying and selling people was legal right here in Sura. That sound right to you? The judge keeps us honest. Sometimes the law just gets in the way.
Best mind your manners around.
You're new in town, aren't you? Yes, I'd recognize your face otherwise. What brings you to Suron? Here to tour our idyllic plantations? Sample our Redoran wines, or are you looking?
And what he said no mortal can know. From dread Daedra save us. From Daedra keep us safe. Forsake the ones that made us to fight a wrongful fate.
You're new and like an exquisite gem. Suron has many facets, many angles. In truth, we have something for everyone. Looking to expand your mind? I can recommend someone to help you. Looking for someone to warm your bed? I can recommend someone for that too. Fascinating. Most people come to me asking how to get someone out of prison, not how to get someone in. There's an inebriated constable downstairs who will set you right. Just make sure you tell Kren I sent you. He and I, we have an arrangement. My, you're well informed. I like that. I can tell you Constable Mirel went missing a few days ago. Word is he ran afoul of some skooma dealers down in Mazinch. Mirel had a key to the prison. Find him, and he may let you borrow it. Perhaps I took a liking to your lovely eyes. Or perhaps I simply hate Marshal Halaran enough to make her life difficult. You choose. Oh, and if you change your mind about that entertainment, come look for me. I'll cut you a great deal.
Bah, I'm drinking here. Bugger off, Fla. Now, who told you that? I'm a decorated constable of Suron, not some damned tour guide. Off with you. Oh, can you now? Well, that's a whole different discussion. If you've got the coin, I don't see any harm in letting you pop in for a look around. So, what do you say? Willing to make a donation to the city's constabulary? Oh yes, that'll help a great deal. You're a generous sort, and we do love generosity here in Suron. Feel free to take a tour anytime you like. This key will get you inside. Anyone asks, say you found it in a gutter. It wouldn't be the first time.
Who stood upon the field that our answered to ready scorn. Men Breton born all came that morn to fend the land for all. Rise, rise to freedom, rise and rise.
My friend, I see Constable Gretka found you. Please, forgive me if I don't stand up. The Marshal's henchman broke my knees as soon as I arrived. It's good to meet you, face to face. I wish it was under better circumstances. One of them. The people of Vardenfell see the Judge as one immortal guardian. But in truth, many warriors have taken up the cowl. I was just the most recent. These knees, though. I fear my heroics are at an end. It's time to pass on the mantle. To you, of course. Don't act so surprised. You've proven to be a capable warrior, and a friend to the downtrodden and oppressed. Vardenfell needs a Scarlet Judge. I can think of no one worthier. Unfortunately, my regalia is no longer here. Warden Libo, the prisoner's overseer, took it as a trophy. While they were interrogating me, I heard him mention a hunting trip to Lake Canabia. Find Libo and you'll find the Judge's regalia. Once you don the cowl, seek out Constable Gretka. A doughty and heroic escape. Usually I'd jump at the opportunity, but no, friend. Dragging a cripple out of here only increases the chance you'll be captured. Your mission is too important. So long as I'm here, Halaran's guard remains down. There will be more torture, no doubt. I'm not so foolish as to think I can keep silent forever. But I'm certain I can hold out until you retrieve my regalia and deal with Halaran. I will survive. You focus on finishing this fight. I am not. To the people of Vardenfell, the Scarlet Judge is legendary, supernatural. He can appear anywhere at any time, or even many places at once. They think it wizardry. Of course, the truth is far simpler. Exactly. We're a small and diffuse group. When age or injury prove too much for us, we pass on the mantle. The legendary Avona Ulis mentored me. She protected the people of Morrowind for over 40 years. We battled together for 12. Sadly, she passed on years ago. A poisoned blade. It was a very dark time. But as she lay there dying, she charged me with protecting the helpless, just as I charge you now. The Scarlet Judge fights on.
What is it? You probably don't even have the guru, but I have to give you a chance to pay your bounty. Now get lost, scum.
Yes, I suppose you've come for a consultation. What is it? Unsightly warts? Poor eyesight? Flat feet, perhaps? You poor thing. Did one of her bizarre herbal cures cause worse pains than it cured? Honestly, I've given some thought to drafting a letter to the Archmage of the Guild. These herbalists and hedge witches really need some proper training. Of course not! Wait, are you another one of these bark-munching herbal apologists? Telenra's teas are not remedies. I'm sure she makes a delicious marinade and some very fine scented lotions for the ladies, but I'd hardly call that medicine. None. Now, see here, if she sent you to fish for an apology, she won't get it. I'll not apologize for the truth. Alchemy is a peasant science. Sheer quackery! Now go, and take this silly book with you. I'm sick of it cluttering up my shelf.
Quality and variety. Come and see for yourself.
Let me guess. Menaldinian was an insufferable ass and refused to apologize. Did he now? Well, he'll certainly regret that. I've cooked up a wonderful plan to teach him the value of alchemy, but I'll need your help. What do you say? Up for a bit of poetic justice? Oh, come on now. I'm not going to poison him. I'm going to brew a potion that requires precise timing and freshly harvested lichen. The one that grows at the base of the Emperor Parasols. If you gather the lichen, I can focus on the instruments. Meet me near Menaldinian's house and we'll put my plan into action.
Daí, despertar. Cara, eu tô gostando. É um Elder Scrolls com outras pessoas. Pior que tem bastante, cara. Eu vi... Principalmente na primeira cidade. Se você curte Elder Scrolls, eu acho que você vai gostar. Esse aqui é meu primeiro jogo online, MMORPG. Legal, cara. Massa conversar com o povo. Fazer PT? Como assim PT? Tem... Bem no começo não tem outras pessoas, não. Você faz a primeira missãozinha lá, tutorial, e daí tipo, dá ali uns 15 minutos de jogo, assim, você acha outras pessoas. Mas se você não quiser, você não precisa interagir com ninguém, não é necessário. Party, guild, essas coisas. Sim, dá pra fazer party já imediatamente depois que você começa a encontrar as pessoas. Guild, você pode criar a partir do nível 10, pelo que eu entendi. Só que isso aí eu não pesquisei ainda. PS4 Slim? Cara, acho que o meu é o PS4 Slim também. Já roda normal. Otimização? De boas, cara. Bem de boas. Eu tava conversando com um cara esses dias e a gente tava lutando contra o boss e ele crashou o jogo dele. Ele falou que acontece isso. Eu fiquei um pouquinho preocupado, mas eu pessoalmente não aconteceu nada. Tá rodando lisinho. Eu comprei porque tava na promoção. Tava, sei lá, 30 reais, 40, 60 reais. Baratinho. Compra lá, cara. Aproveitar que tá barato. Oh, valeu, cara. quiser, quando for comprar, chama lá pra nós jogar junto. Publicitário, posso ler. Ah, valeu, cara, mas eu não tô... Esse canal é mais pra eu ter um arquivo das coisas que eu gosto de jogar. Eu não presto muita atenção em tentar crescer ele, fazer, colocar propaganda, ganhar dinheiro, essas coisas. É legal interagir com o povo, né? Fora isso, whatever. Alright, man. Dá uma olhada depois. Valeu. Warden. What?
It seems I hunt bigger game today.
Whoa. No! Son of a bitch.
It seems I hunt bigger game today.
What the fuck? What?
It seems I hunt bigger game today.
You're back. Did you find Melar? Were you able to get him out? Shaw's bones, he's a stubborn one. Well, let's make sure he doesn't suffer in vain, eh? Halaran's gotten sloppy since Melar's capture. A combination of paranoia and misguided relief, I guess. She's making mistakes. Now's the time to act. I did some snooping of my own while you were gone. According to Constable Kren, Halaran ordered Ananias egg mine sealed today. Bet you a pint that Halaran's meeting with her plantation allies in that mine. She's probably carrying your evidence, too. The front gates are barred from the inside, but there's an old service door near the back. It just so happens Dradini had a spare key to sell. Sneak in the back of the mine and recover that evidence. I'll meet you out front, ready to arrest Halaran.
So, you ready to make a deal or what?
There you are. Any luck finding the lichen? We'll need to be quick if we... Perfect! You may have noticed an odor. It's subtle, barely noticeable in fact, but once I add it to this wickweed and quama shell solvent... Ha-ha! The perfect pheromone for the common house cat! Surprised? He may have squeezed a few secrets out of me, but he revealed some facts about himself along the way. For instance, he's violently allergic to cats. Sprinkle this potion over the plants near his door, and the results should be... dramatic. Hope you packed a handkerchief, you small bastard.
What's going on out here? Snooping, eh? Why, I have half a mind to... Cats? Ah! Achoo!
No, that was just... Did you see the look on his face? Aem's mercy, he certainly wasn't exaggerating about that allergy. What a buffoon! No. As much as I'd like to, you know the healer's oath. Do only moderate harm to those who cross you. I brewed a tea that should alleviate his symptoms. You can give it to him, but only if he agrees to come out and make a public apology. Then leave him to his sniffles and blubbering. Patients tend to avoid healers covered in their own snot. He can settle this business with his reputation intact. All he needs to do is apologize.
itches. Damnable cats! Don't be coy. I know who's responsible for this travesty. I never should have told that scheming witch about my allergy. What a low-born, wretched, undignified prank. Apologize to a grubby